Well, hey there, my name is Chef John, coming to you live out of my home kitchen. This is the first episode of many episodes to come in the near future. I was introduced to this app through a buddy of mine named Mike Scaziano. We went to high school together back at Murphy High School. He called me up one day out in Pasadena and said, "Hey, do you do any videos of you cooking?" I said, "No." He said, "Why don't you look at Ustream and start recording yourself? Maybe one day someone will catch up on you, see what you're about, and maybe you'll get known one day." A little bit about my background here is I mainly like to do barbecue, like pulled pork, briskets, smoked chicken. Pretty much anything you can smoke, I like to do it. I'm from Mobile, Alabama, but I live in Newport News, Virginia right now. I'm married with 3 boys. But today we're going to try out a little bit of Cuban sandwiches for the first episode. Back at our Halloween party in 2014, we tried that. And yes, I was inspired by the movie Chef to try it, so why not? People said they liked them. Now, if they truly liked them or not, I don't know, but they said they did, so I'm going to take the credit today. So for the first video, we're going to try it again. Boys like them, but they don't like the mustard on it, but you can do however. Now, a long time ago, when I was back in school, Chef Ochi, Glenn Ochi from Le Cordon Bleu, told us as a class that a recipe is more like a guide path to success. You can add more, you can take away, you can pretty much make it however you want. You can make it your recipe. So that's what we're going to do. So let's get started. Today with the ingredients, we're going to have dill pickles, we're going to have some fresh garlic, we're going to have cumin powder, orange juice, lime juice, and they say it goes for a boneless pork butt, but I have a bone in. That's what they had, so that's what we're going to use. So what you do is you take your garlic, you mix all your ingredients in a big bowl. And the bowl we have here today, we're going to take the bowl, we're going to mix everything into it, whisk it together, take the pork butt, and when you take the pork butt and you put it into another big pan, deep pan, and when you take it and you just massage that bad boy up, you massage it for quite a while. What I did, just like the movie, we had some Cuban music on, we were dancing, we were shaking, we were mixing it in there real good. Throw that bad boy in the fridge, or the ice box as my nanny used to say. Let it sit overnight and all the juices marinate into the meat. Come out the next day and you roast it in the oven. So what we're going to do, we're going to take some garlic here. We're going to chop it up. Love some garlic. The more garlic to me, the better. So basically you mince it up. However, you don't have to get it too good. And then you take your garlic, slide it to the left. You take some cilantro, which we already have cilantro in the bin. Then you can take, after you mince up your garlic, you take your cilantro, do the same thing, you chop it up as best you can, and you mix everything into the bowl. I'm going to have my helper Steven come in here right now. We're going to dump the cumin into the bowl as I take the garlic, and we're going to mix that into the bowl. Thank you, Steven. And then we're going to have Dylan come in and take the mason jar, which we all like doing mason jars. Mix it all in there. He's going to take some lime juice, shake a little bit of lime juice. Thank you. And then you basically get your marinade. Now, since we've already done that, we're going to take some pickles and pre-slice those. Alright, we got our pickles ready to go for the sandwiches. Not everybody likes pickles, so you don't need a whole lot of them. You can use Cuban bread or you can use French bread. We have our French bread here that we've already taken. We sliced it up lengthwise. We're going to take some butter. And once you get your butter, you're going to brush some butter on both sides of the bread. Butter is good. Like Stephen told me earlier, butter makes everything better. So we're going to try and see if that's true. So once we take that, and with that roast, after you put the pork butt in there, marinated, you're taking out, you put it in the oven for 30 minutes at 475 degrees. And when you take it out, you turn it down. I'm sorry, you do not take it out. You turn the temperature down to 375, and you do it for about 2 more hours until the internal temperature gets to 160 degrees, because you want to cook your meat all the way through. So what we've done now is we've taken that, and this is what we got. We have our bread here. We're going to move to the side. Here, we're going to move our pickles out of the way. Get a nice clean spot to work with here. So now, this is what you got. You got a nice butt that's been roasted and ready to go. So what you can do now is you can take it and you can slice some pieces off. See the nice dark crust here that you have on the pork. And man, the smell, the garlic and the cumin and all the spices that come together in this just make this so much better. So now after we get a couple pieces sliced up here, what you can do is you take ham, regular sandwich ham, to make a regular ham sandwich. You take that and you get your cheese. You get the cheese ready to go. And where's my... Dylan's going to grab the sandwich meat out of the refrigerator. And once you get the ham, what you're going to do, you're going to throw it on the panini grill here to get it nice and warmed up, ready to go for the sandwich. And what you do is you're going to take your ham, you're going to get it nice and hot, get it ready to go. You can close that down a little bit, let it get hot and ready for the sandwich. In the meantime, you got your meat sliced up. So we'll move that back out of the way now. Now I'm going to go on to the cheese. Take your rag, clean your knife off. You're going to take some cheese and you're going to slice some Swiss cheese. Again, you can substitute the Swiss for whatever else you like. Some people like Mozzie, some people like Gouda. I love smoked Gouda, but for this here, you want to use the Swiss cheese. Again, recipes are only a guide path to success, as Chef Ochi would like to say. Once your meat gets nice and hot, it's got a little bit more time on that here. And we'll get that ready to go. And we're going to grill toast both sides of the bread. And get them nice and hot and ready to go for us. Turn that up. In the meantime, what you can do is get your station cleaned up, have everything ready to go so you don't have a big mess. My wife will laugh at you on the other side of that one because I'm a quick cooker and I make a big mess quite a bit of times, but we don't know. Let's see how things go. Again, folks, sorry for all the moving around. This is my first video, so we're working it out, working all the kinks out. Next time, we'll have everything a little bit better and ready to go for us. So let's get a plate out of here. Got a plate. Got that ready. We have our cheese ready to go. Our pickles are ready to go. Got our good old regular old mustard here. And out here, and that meat getting all hot and ready. We'll take that back out. Slice this up. Have that ready to go. We're going to take some mustard. Slap it on both sides here. You gotta love your mustard. Put a good chunk of this meat to make it nice and thick. You want a good thick Cuban sandwich because when you put it in the press, you will smash it down quite a bit. Take that nice roasted pork here and put it slapped right there on the top. We'll take this other juicy big old piece right here. We'll build this bad boy up. Have it nice, tasting good, ready to go. Now we did that, we're going to lay our cheese over it. Throw some pickles on there, however many you like. We're going to put that bad boy on top. And we're going to put it back in the panini. Put it back in the press. We're going to let it sit there for a little bit until it gets nice and brown on both sides. A little bit to where it's not burnt, but a nice good crisp on it. Otherwise you can eat you some pickles. Pickles are good for you. I enjoy eating them. We have extra bread here that we'll make the sandwiches later for the boys after the video. Next time we do a video, we might be doing from either a nice soup, a nice chili, we might do a chicken Alfredo, pulled pork and all that takes quite a while to do, so we probably won't have a video on that. We can go through the steps and stuff for you next time, but I'm going to have another pickle. Now, people have always asked me, John, do you think you could throw down with Bobby Flay? By God, I think I can. John, have you ever thought about being on grocery games? Yeah, I have. My boys ask me all the time. My wife, kids watch cooking shows all the time. They ask me, why don't you watch cooking shows? I really don't know why. I don't watch a whole lot of them, but when I do, they say, Dad, you ought to try it out. I've tried. I've emailed them. I've applied for them. No one's called back. So this is a shout out. We hope to get Chef John on Guy's Grocery Game. Throw down with Mr. Bobby Flay. Pretty much anything you want to throw down with, Mr. Bobby. Other than that, we're going to come over here and check on our panini. It's getting nice and crisp on the outside. It's going to be nice and juicy with that roasted pork with the garlic and the cilantro and the cumin all mixed in there together, and the lime juice and orange juice really put a nice citrus kick into it. So we're going to pull it out here in a minute. We're going to slice that bad boy up. In the meantime, I'm going to eat me some cheese. See, this nice panini press, I surprised my wife for Christmas. We've always wanted one. Now, because I don't let her cook outside, I do the outside cooking. She has her panini, now she can grill. It's either as a grill or a panini, however she likes it. So, I'm going to take some tongs and pull that bad boy off. Oh yeah, that bread is nice and crisp on the outside. You see the juices on it. Cut it once. See here, when you take it, hot it is. You have the ham, the mustard, you have the pork there, and the cheese. I could probably let the cheese melt a little bit more, but it's nice and hot. We'll take it. So good. Well, I want to thank you for tuning in. I want to thank my crew for helping me out, JB, Dylan, and Steven, for helping us out and getting this first video off the ground. I know there's a lot of movement around. I know there's a lot of different things going on, but boys, if you want to come in here and help out and look at everything. And there's my two boys. JB, if you'd like to flip the camera and show yourself.
Hello.
Flip it back. Alright, well, here at Chef John, welcome. Thank you for coming into our home. Tune in next time. Thank you.